drinking wouldn't have allowed me to explore this other area of me and kind of was keeping me at this level. Like drinking, when you're drinking a lot, never elevates you. It never progresses you forward. All it does is just keep you here. Keeps you here. You know, you never have heard anybody ever say that I am really glad I started drinking again. Nobody's ever said that because there's no reason to be glad if you've stopped and you've seen the positive aspects that drinking has made towards your life being improved in every way, shape, or form. It's like there's no reason to look back, and that's where I'm sitting right now. I'm really not even like, oh, I'm 100 days sober. I hope I can make it 100 more. I'm almost like drinking isn't even a thing for me anymore. I don't drink, and life has gotten so much better without drinking in every way. So I know a lot of people hit me up on Twitter about being sober. I know a lot of people always ask me questions about it. So I've been thinking about this for a long time. I want to form a place where people can get together and talk about issues with addiction. It doesn't have to be limited to alcohol. It can be any other addiction. I know there's every addiction out there. And even if you're having a hard time in life with depression, if you're having a hard time in life with your family, with work, anything, I know that everybody needs somebody to talk to, and not everybody has somebody to talk to. So I'm going to use Ruin Your Day as a platform for that. Every week on Wednesdays, I haven't decided a time yet, probably around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to have Ruin Your Day live for an hour. And basically what's going to be happening is the chat is going to be live, and that's going to be used as the floor for everybody to talk. I might be on a video feed answering questions to the chat. I might pull up some music that Ruin Your Day made to play. I might play some video in the background. It's going to be sort of a free-form vehicle type of feed. There's not going to be really a set thing that we're doing. The only thing that I want to go on is I want people to feel like it's a safe place to come into and talk and vent, talk to other people, maybe give advice. I'll be in there if anybody wants to ask any questions about being sober. I can give whatever advice I can for that. And yeah, essentially, I just think there needs to be a place like that. I think AA works really well for a lot of people because it's a community. It's a strong-knit community. You have a sponsor that holds you accountable for not drinking. You have other people that are going through the same thing as you. You realize there's a whole world out there of people that just don't drink. And that's rare these days, honestly. So I want there to be a place like that on Ruin Your Day that's doesn't have to be just limited to alcohol. It could be anything. You know, like my parents went through some heart problems this year, and that really devastated me. So, you know, I needed somebody to talk to about that. My ex-girlfriend's dog that I really love got cancer. My close friend just had cancer. So it's been tough for me as well this year, and I'm really thankful that I've had Ruin Your Day to talk to you guys about battle rap and forget about the troubles in my life, but I want to give back, and I want to create a platform where we can all come together and sort of be each other's shoulder to lean on every now and then. So just wanted to make this video to talk about me getting sober, my experience with it. Honestly, to wrap this up, being sober is like probably the best thing that's happened to me in a long time. Me breaking up with my ex-girlfriend that I love to this day has been the best thing that's ever happened to me too as well. It's really like jump-started me to make big improvements in my life that I'm really proud of. And yeah, I mean, I think anybody out there that's struggling with addiction, the first question you need to ask for yourself, if you're thinking that you might have a drug problem, alcohol problem, any sort of problem, is if I'm asking myself if I have a problem, I might have a problem. Do you want to take the next step to solving it? Do you want to get clean? Do you want to get sober? And all I can say is being sober is amazing. It's great. I would never trade it for anything. It works really well for me. Other people can drink responsibly. I'm not one of those people. I can't drink responsibly at all. So, yeah, guys, I just want to thank you all for helping me through my year of sobriety. You guys really made a huge difference in my life. I want to thank everybody out there that supported Ruin Your Day, all the patrons, all the people that did a watch episode, all the guests, all the people that tuned in for watch, everybody that bought merch, everybody that bought music. It means the world to me. So thank you guys. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Ruin an Hour, the safe place to talk about sobriety, addiction, anxiety, depression, balance in life. I'm Avocado, the host of this channel. We're going live every single week at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Wednesdays. No matter what, this chat will always be live. There will always be a place for you to come in and talk and a safe spot for you to vent, discuss anything you want, absolutely anything, doesn't matter. Judgment-free zone. So, how is everybody doing today? Congrats, sober as a clover. 3 days. That's big, man. Steffi, what up? Appreciate that. Curiosity L, congrats on the year of sobriety. That's amazing. 4 years of sobriety for Spencer. That's incredible as well. Southside 609, what up? It's cracking. Pixie, I'm sorry to hear that. That's unfortunate. Are you okay? Is everything good? But yeah, guys, nothing really on the agenda to talk about today. Been a pretty good week for me. It's been very busy, been very good in all of my daily routines. The gym's been going pretty good. I ran 10 miles yesterday, then walked home from the gym. It's about a 4-mile walk. Kind of want to stress the importance of just getting outside in general. A lot of our lives are too confined to work, home, and any other obligation we have, but it's really, really important for you to just go outside. Just get outside in whatever way you can. Even just taking a walk around the block is super important, and it can be super therapeutic to incorporate that into your daily routine, especially something like after dinner, after you have a meal, like just do a walk. You'll feel infinitely better. It's just so therapeutic to take walks. I started walking home from the gym pretty recently, and it's a way for me to also like get a lot of sunlight. I walk without my shirt on, which is pretty hilarious, but it's good, man. It's super good. I highly recommend everybody to take walks, take hikes if they're not restrained in any way. I definitely think it's a really good thing for your soul and for your peace of mind. Alfie, what up, man? Dark Ritual. There's definitely a lot of ways you can hit 3,000 calories a day without pizza. Trust me. Grantley, what's some helpful motivation tips for hitting the gym consistently? I used to have a decent routine, but I fell off a little. Grant, just think about how good you're going to feel when you start seeing results. Start when you get your ass in the gym, and just think about how good it feels to be there, how good it feels to leave the gym and be like, okay, I worked out today. If everything else goes wrong in the day, at least I exercised. At least I worked out. There's what's kind of funny? There's a saying by Will Smith, of all people, that he says, if all you do today, at least you read and run. That's what he does every day. He reads and runs. And I think that there's something to that quote. I think that was a cool quote, because it's like you exercise your mind daily and you exercise your body daily. Everything else will fall in line, and at least you have those things. So to hit the gym consistently, I would say think about how good you feel going, just how healthy you feel, because you'll never feel as good not going to the gym as you would going. Going and exercising, you'll always feel better after 100% of the time. Like, of course, it's good to take breaks and let your body rest, and to definitely veg out every now and then, but consistently, you will feel better in life if you exercise in some way, shape, or form. Sanjay, appreciate that, man. Yeah, cardio. I started doing a lot of cardio actually. When I got sober, and recently I started running a lot. Um, don't really know where my goal is or like why I run, and like just started to just run faster, run a little bit longer. I don't run like crazy distances. Like yesterday I ran 10 miles, and I run the treadmill too, so that's a big deal. Treadmill is really easy on your joints, and it's easier than running outside in general. But yeah, it's very therapeutic to run and clears your mind. You can think of a lot of things. That's what I do when I run. I think. It strengthens, I think, myself when you push yourself to exercise really hard. I think it does something to your self-control. I think it exercises patience. It allows you to attain goals that you think you can't. So sometimes you'll fail and you'll come back and you'll do them again. And it teaches you to pick yourself back up from failure. Yeah, and I think cardio is great. I mean, I also think lifting weights is equally great. They're two different sides of the same coin, I think, and I think they're equally important to each other. I think you can't really just do one and not the other, in my opinion, just like you can't work out and not stretch. I think they're really important. So yeah, but exercise is super important to a healthy lifestyle. No, I do not use benzos, obviously. Forrest Jason, appreciate that, man. I saw you guys talking about kratom in the chat earlier. I haven't ever heard of it. I mean, I think we've talked about it on this channel a bit. I'm not really educated on it, so obviously I haven't taken it. But Curiosity L, if you want to enlighten us about what it is, you say you were addicted to it. I would be curious as to find out what it is. Steffi, that's dope. Fitness comp. That's incredible. Salute to that. I could never do that. That'd be amazing. That's interesting. I don't see a therapist currently, but that's because I can't afford to see a therapist. Going to therapy is a luxury that I currently can't afford to do, but that's fine. I do other things that are equally therapeutic to me. I read a lot. I do the gym every single day, and I practice a lot of mindfulness recently, but I think therapy is so important to everybody, whether you're suffering from addiction, whether you're suffering from depression, whether you're just a regular person and you don't think you even have any problems. I would say that's even probably more important to a person that says, I don't have any issues. I think that's even more important to go see therapy, because then you can unlock some stuff that maybe you don't even know is there. But yeah, I think therapy is a really important tool that everybody should have access to and should try at some point in their life. I've been seeing my therapist on and off for about 3.5 to 4 years now. And currently I'm just not seeing her because it's expensive. Like each session's like $200, so it's pretty pricey. But yeah, when I was seeing her, it was great. She helped me through a lot of good stuff. She helped me unpack a lot of things about myself. She helped me like really deal with a lot of my addictions. So it was good. Yeah, Steph, I agree with that. It's like the cost is pretty expensive, and if you can find other ways to like get that therapeutic benefit, you can do that at something that's a lot more cost effective. Just a lot of people initially can't find those things, those tools. But I feel like once you go to therapy for a little bit, you can kind of like figure out the tools to help navigate certain things. And then down the line, another thing will come up and you'll be like, God damn, I don't really know how to like navigate this. And you'll go back to therapy, you know? So it's like something that I feel you can go in and out of pretty comfortably. Cost aside. Alpha male mindset. You're funny, man. You're hilarious. Yes, I have thought of becoming a dad. I want to be a father. Really bad. I've pretty bad baby fever now. And I'm also getting up in age, too. I'm 35. I'm going to be 35 next month. And yeah, I definitely have like baby fever, as they say it. Joe Hawkins, all the way from the UK. I'm a heavy drinker. I'm scared of that. When I give it a break, I will be missing out on the stuff with them. Oh, so your friends are heavy drinkers and you're scared of if you get sober, you're going to be missing out on stuff. Hold on. Let me get your name. Joe. Yeah, man. I mean, like, drinking's fun. Of course it's fun. There's a reason why everybody does it. It's fucking fun. But I will say, are you going to be missing out on anything? Think about, like, how many times you party, and think about, do you really remember those times that well? Do you, like, really think back and be like, man, all those parties, I have such good memories. Like, it's just fun socializing. You can do that fun socializing sober. I guarantee it. You can have just as much fun socializing with your friends sober as you can when you're drunk or drinking. You'll probably even remember it more. You'll probably even have a better time more. That's what I find recently. Like, for example, I'm like really into watching football, and I started watching football as an excuse to drink. It was an excuse for me to drink all day on Sunday and be like, I'm watching football. It's the game's on. I can get fucking wasted. And now I enjoy the game more. I understand more of the game than I originally did. So I feel like just like becoming sober, and especially with like going to a social gathering, I feel like it kind of unlocks a key even more that you're like, I find myself even more comfortable at social gatherings. Granted, I am kind of working on being comfortable around people that are like actually drunk, because I'm still not really comfortable around that. Not that I'm like turned off by it or judgmental. I just don't want to be around it, because it's like there's no fair communication between somebody that's sober and drunk. It's like, we're not on the same wavelength mentally. So I'm kind of working on that, but I feel like being sober unlocks a huge thing within yourself that, if anything, alcohol is holding you back from. So I don't think being afraid of like missing out on anything should keep you from stopping something that's probably not giving you anything in life. Congrats, alpha male. 6 months. That's dope, dude. That is dope. And yeah, I'm 35. I'm 34. I'm going to be 35 next month. I'm a Scorpio, for everybody that's into astrology. I'm not. Yep, get money, drink water. All I drink now is water. Literally all I drink. I don't drink anything else besides water. I don't drink juice, coffee, tea, alcohol, obviously. I don't even drink sparkling water anymore. I drink just pure water. I'm trying to drink alkaline water too. No, I'm definitely not on the no sugar system. I eat a lot of fruit, and there's tons of sugar in fruit. So I fucks with that. I'm also like not really on the whole no carbs thing. I eat a shit ton of carbs. I eat a lot of oatmeal. I eat bread. I don't know. I don't find it makes me feel worse. I've kind of like gotten on the ideology of like I'm gonna eat whatever makes me feel good. Less about like macros, less about like the keto diet, less about like calorie counting. I'm just trying to make myself feel better. So fruit, vegetables, limited meat, mostly protein from beans and protein shakes. I drink a lot of fucking these Isopure protein shakes. And yeah, man. Yeah, Desi, exactly. The sugar and fruit is not the same as processed sugars. You're 100% right. Joe Hawkins, thank you, dog. I appreciate you coming in here, man. Yeah, Dan. I love the taste of coffee. Coffee, I used to drink a lot. I don't necessarily think coffee is like bad for you or caffeine is like bad. That's like really a room for discussion. But all I know is that when I stopped drinking coffee and drank nothing but water, I feel great. I haven't been sick in I don't even know how long. And I've been around people that have been sick. Like I've been traveling with people that have fucking like they're like have a cold and a fever that I feel like I should get their sickness and I don't. And yeah, I've just been noticing that ever since I stopped drinking it, I feel a lot better. And I kind of noticed too when I drank a lot of coffee, it's like so acidic and it just goes right through you. It's like a laxative. It doesn't really make you feel good. I feel like after I drink coffee, it's like I feel bad. I don't feel like great, you know? And that doesn't happen with water. So, I don't know. Justin, I appreciate that, man. Means a lot. Yep, Ethan. Nothing is... Water's good, though, man. Isopure, you can get these at, like, GNC, or, like, Vitamin Shop or anything. Or if you're a douchebag like me, you can go to bodybuilding.com and order a bunch of them. Damn. You haven't been sick since '08? That's crazy. You're extremely healthy. Damn, you used to have 20 cups of tea a day? Fuck. PvP, what up, man? Super proud of you, dog. You're killing it. You look great, by the way. That photo you posted the other day, you look fucking fantastic, man. John K., congrats. Oh, you're English, that's why T. Of course, makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. But yeah, like I said, I don't know, like the way I fucking live is not for everyone, of course. I don't expect everybody to be like, I'm not like trying to preach like only drink water, you know, like because I don't know. I feel like I'm going a little extreme with some things in my lifestyle, but I don't know. I just feel better after not drinking coffee and I don't feel tired ever. Like, and I definitely push myself a little bit with how much I work, how much I travel. And I never feel like, man, I really need coffee to keep me going. I never feel like that. Blue, 8 days, dog. Congrats. That's fucking amazing. I dabble in Joe Rogan. I watch a bit of him. I'm, you know, some of them is hit or miss, but I mean, like he's very good at what he does. He's a very good conversationalist and he's a very good driving force behind interesting discussion. Like extremely good, extremely intelligent guy. And yeah, I love to hear him talk. Holy shit, 10 years sober. I've lost 85 pounds since I changed my diet and exercise. The only thing left I can't get out are cigarettes and sugar, energy drinks, caffeine. Ethan, congrats on that, man. That is fucking amazing. 10 years. Also, Desi, good point. Water is better at waking you up than coffee. Hell yeah. Thanks, Alpha Male. Have I ever tried any of those fitness watches? Oh, like a Fitbit that like measures you like steps? No, not really. No, I don't even really count my calories though. Like even when I do cardio, it like tells you how many calories you burned. I'm like, oh, okay, I burned like 1,200 calories, and then like when I lift, I also burn calories, and I don't like add it up. Like, okay, I burned maybe like 1,500 to 2,000 calories in this workout session. Did I eat enough calories to like get under that? Like I can't. To be honest, I kind of don't even. I'll weigh myself, but I'm like I kind of like don't really even care. I'm not like, okay, I'm trying to get down to like 185, or like I'm trying to get down to or up to 200. Right now, I think I weighed myself today at the gym. I was 190, and I kind of fluctuate between 188 to 191, like in that range, which is crazy because when I was drinking a lot, I weighed 217 pounds. Fucking nuts. Like I've almost lost 30 pounds since I've like quit drinking and gotten a little bit more serious about the gym and started eating cleaner. It's really crazy how much alcohol just fucking adds to your weight, man. It's like nuts. Like I look at old pictures of me and I look like I'm wearing a fucking fat suit. Like am I like all swollen and stuff? Old watches too. I'm just like, ugh. I wear old, like none of my clothes actually fucking even really fit me that good anymore. Like all those like floral dress shirts I used to wear all the time, they're like huge on me. So I have to like buy like all new clothes now. It's a good problem though. I don't smoke weed. I never was really big on weed. I smoked weed on watch just as a joke, but I never really did that. What keeps me motivated in doing what I do? Life, man. Life is motivating as fuck. Life is such a wonderful thing, and it's like we're so blessed to live the way we do and the time we do and have everything. We can do whatever we want. Like literally I can do whatever I want. I can film battle rap for a living. I can make something I really care about better. I can go feed homeless people. I can like make somebody's day better. I can go live with you guys and talk with people that are relatively strangers and share my experiences and listen to your guys' experience and gain motivation from you guys while inherently giving you guys motivation. And yeah, I mean, life is just motivating to me. Like every day I want to like do something new or do something better than I did before. I want to learn something new. I want to be productive. And yeah, man, I don't know. I don't really know at the end of the day. Yeah, Dizzy, that's good. Like, focusing on your weight is all good and everything, but yeah, just like feeling good is really all that matters, man. At the end of the day, is if you feel good. And it's like maybe, who knows, when I was 217 pounds, maybe that would have been fine for me. But I honestly, I never really felt comfortable with myself, like, at all. Like I would see pictures of me and I was like always like, fuck, man, I kind of look like not that good. And it's like I still, even when I was drinking a lot, I still was lifting like crazy. Different mindset, of course. I used to like lift super heavy. And I was less about lifting lighter, higher reps, more cardio. I was more about just lifting like the heaviest weight I possibly could. But yeah, I mean, it's all really about, boils down to like how you feel comfortable in your own skin. Do you feel like you could ever stop being an addict after you've been addicted to something? I don't know. I mean, I feel like that question is different for everybody. Just like, you know, everybody's a unique individual. Everybody has their own path. Everybody has their own addictions and quirks and habits. For me, I think it's like kind of a dangerous area to try to be try to have a healthy relationship with any of my addictions again, because I feel like there's this analogy of a boulder on the top of a hill, and every time you're tempted or triggered to do an addiction, it gives a little bit of a momentum to that boulder. And each time you're kind of like doing something sort of near doing it, whether it's going to a bar and not drinking, or like going to a bar and having just one drink that's like triggering you a little bit. And then once you start kind of like, oh, I'm just going to drink once a month. I'm just going to drink once a week. I'm just going to drink on the weekends. I'm just going to get drunk on the weekends. Well, I'm just going to have a drink at work during lunch. Just one drink. Okay, I'll have two. It's Friday. You know, it's like you start basically snowballing, and that boulder starts going down that hill. And once the boulder's going down that hill, it's harder to stop a moving boulder than it was when it was just at the top. So that's the analogy, and soon the boulder will get to the bottom, and then you'll hit rock bottom. So I think it's kind of dangerous for me to like dabble in things that I was addicted to and try to have a healthy relationship with them. I don't think it's impossible. I think it would be possible given a lot more time. and a lot more understanding of my addictions. But I don't think it's a possible thing for me to do now. And I don't think I'm missing out on anything. I don't think it's a smart thing for me to do, and I don't think it's something that I even want to do. So, now sober, do you find you have a hard time suffering people whether drunk or high? Yes, I do. But that's also my problem. That's not their problem. That's me. That's a problem that I need to really work on, is dealing with people when they are intoxicated, when they are drinking a lot, when they are high. Like, not that it's like uh, a requirement for me to be around people like that and for me to be cool with people like that, but it is good for me to be accepting of people's choices because they're not mine. So everybody has every right to drink, smoke weed, to do whatever they want. And it's not my right to judge them for it and to harbor any, judgment over their choices or not want to be around them. I don't know. It's like kind of a sticky situation. But yeah, to answer your question, I don't go out to bars ever, unless maybe to watch like a football game. And I don't go out with my friends, like when they go out on the weekends. I never do that, ever. For like holidays, I'm alone usually if I'm in LA and not with my family. But like New Year's Eve, I was alone, which sucks. And that's like been the one time in this past year that I was sort of tempted to drink because I was lonely, which was, I learned something that night. I was like, oh, cool, that's a trigger. Like, me being lonely is actually a trigger because I felt like I was being docked for being sober, that, oh, nobody wants to hang out with me. But really all I was doing is I was feeling a little bit of too much of entitlement that, oh, my friends should know that I'm sober and that I have nothing to do and call me and incorporate me into their plans. Like, they should try harder. When really it's me. Really it's my fault. I should be comfortable with going out with my friends and being sober. So, yeah, it's just something I got to get used to. Yeah, all I do is eat fruits and greens, man. I don't really eat a lot of meat anymore. I try to do a lot of days where I don't eat any meat. Thank you, Marzi Mar. Appreciate that. That means a lot. New Year's doing a ton of push-ups. That's dope. That's really dope. Yeah, I mean, the holidays are rough in general, man. Like, especially if you don't like have like a good support system, if you don't have a lot of family, if you're not close to your family or friends, like they're like, to be honest, it's just fucking depressing. Um, Luckily, I live relatively close to my immediate family. I live in LA, but my family lives in Denver, so it's like a 1 hour and 45-minute flight. So I can fly home relatively easy. Um, and yeah, so, but it's good, man. It's like the holidays for me used to be like, me and my family used to bond a lot over drinking, to be honest with you. Like Thanksgivings, especially at my family's house, was like a frat party almost. Like, it was like, let's get fucked up. Like, me and my brothers used to like, me and one brother used to get super fucking drunk and like wrestle and shit. And he like almost broke my arm one time, putting me in an arm bar. And yeah, I mean, all that shit was really fun, but it's like, I look back on it and I think I kind of scared my like godparents and like our extended family with how much we would drink. And I remember specifically, we were all drinking one Thanksgiving and we were like taking shots, and my grandmother like was crying because we were drinking. And I remember at the time being like, fucking, what's the big deal? We're like not hurting anybody. But I just, like, thinking back on it, I was like, it's because she has a history of toxic alcoholism in her family, and it's like, it's kind of what it looks like. So it's kind of cool now because I'm sober. It's actually rubbed off on my family. We don't ever drink. Like, my mom is sober now. My youngest brother doesn't drink. My father has sort of slowed down on drinking, and my brother closest to my age has slowed down on drinking too. So it's kind of funny. It's like sort of like when you do an action, it kind of rubs off on everybody, and it's good. The ex, I don't know if I could say her name. The ex Ak Hill. Sorry, I'm like butchering your name, but I appreciate that comment, man. Appreciate that, man. Motion, congrats, 2 years sober. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. R.I.P. to your father. Jeremy D, do you try CBD oil? I know a lot of people do that to treat pain caused by an injury. Definitely would not suggest drinking as being a way to cope with physical pain, because drinking is essentially poisoning your body. Drinking's not good for you. Drinking's very bad for you. Alcohol is not good for you at the end of the day. It's not. So it's something like doing that to numb that pain is all you're doing is basically taking the pain away for a little bit, and it's still going to be there when that numbing agent wears off. Eric Brewer, does anybody here suffer from anxiety or have trouble sleeping? I don't have a lot of experience with anxiety or trouble sleeping, but I have been around people that do have those exact issues. And we talked about coping mechanisms last, I think 2 weeks ago with anxiety. But yeah, that's rough, man. I mean, like what exactly, like, describe your anxiety. Righteous MC, how do you rebuild your confidence after being sober for a period of time? To be honest, being sober has built my confidence like tenfold. I'm like the most confident I've ever been in my life right now, and being intoxicated and drinking actually didn't make me confident at all. To be honest, it made me more scared. Like, I was more scared of things in my life, like, and not facing them. That's why I was drinking. That's why I was there in the first place. So being sober, I feel like, if anything, it's like giving me like an immense amount of strength and an immense amount of confidence. And yeah, I think it's wonderful. I don't feel like I had to rebuild anything. I think, if anything, like, it did it on its own. I have tons of trouble sleeping and trying to wean off kratom, opiates, chronic pain patient, but days where I throw up, I wait too long to take one or the other, have made me want to quit. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you need some sort of clinical tapering to wean off those things. Yeah, man. I mean, everybody's welcome here. You can definitely talk about your issues with heroin. It's completely fine, man. Nobody's gonna shun you. Yeah, Curiosity L. He was just talking about kratom. Am I saying it right? Is it kratom or kratom or kratom? Crate kratom. Oh, it's kratom. Okay, kratom. All right, that's good to know. Holy shit, you broke your back twice? That is gnarly as fuck. Yeah, what is kratom? To be honest, I'm super ignorant about it. Suboxone isn't the way to go. That's a good thing to know, Jason. Ryan, that's interesting. Has anyone had trouble dating after getting sober? That's interesting because I mean, I'm single. I've been single for like a year, but I haven't dated in that time at all. But when I did date many moons ago, dating does revolve a little bit around drinking, but I feel like nowadays it doesn't necessarily revolve around that if you don't need it to. I feel like you can do a lot of things without drinking being the focus, and if anything, I think it would even be better to date somebody and go out with the mindset of, oh, let's like not try to get drunk enough so we can hook up for the first time, you know, and have that be like kind of the looseness to take the edge off. If anything, I think it's kind of good to feel nervous about things and to feel like sort of like not completely comfortable on a date. That's great because everybody nowadays is so quick to be like, I just want to feel loose. I want to feel comfortable. I want to have fun. You know, it's good when you're first meeting somebody to kind of be uncomfortable because it's unknown. It's like not super known territory. I think it's a good thing. But then again, you're talking to somebody that doesn't date. So, A plus, what's up? Desi, it's harder in the way of finding someone who is also in the same mindset as you. You see their traumas and issues more too, in my experience. Yep, that's good. That's good advice. Jeremy, hit HMU means hit me up. Slime Diesel, peace, bro. Yeah, I mean, social anxiety is rough. And I know a lot of people smoke to cope with that. I don't really have a lot of experience with social anxiety, so I can't really give like a lot of sound advice. But yeah, I mean, I know it's hard to do, and I know that a lot of people drink or smoke to get over it. The problem is you might kind of overdo it sometimes. Like people might get too drunk or get too high, and then you're really not yourself, you know, when you're around people. So, yeah. And one of the coping mechanisms in this TED talk I watched about anxiety in general was that if you're going to do something, do it badly. So I think that might be able to apply to social situations, like to just go for it, to just go and do something and learn that it's really not that bad to be awkward at some point and to feel weird. Think about people that get up and do like stage presentations. Think about battle rappers. Think about that. Like they have to go in front of like thousands of people and like recite something perfectly all the time. You know, it's like, of course they're going to get nervous. Like I know for a fact some of these guys get so nervous still to this day, and they've been doing these things for like decades, and you can see it. But then when they come out and perform, you know, they slowly get more comfortable as it goes on. So it's like that nervousness I don't think will ever leave, and anxiety is actually a very natural thing to have. So Yeah, I haven't heard good things about Suboxone at all, to be honest. Alberto, what up, man? Dan, agreed, man. Sober socializing always feels awkward, but man, like, I'm super comfortable with it now. I think it's great. The only thing that, to be honest, I do feel like leaving social situations really fast now. And like not like kicking it for like an extreme amount of time, because when you're drinking it's like time doesn't fucking matter. It's like, we could be here until 4 a.m. but like I can't even remember the last time I've hung out with somebody until 4 a.m. like, or any social situation that late. Oh yeah, I've heard about this cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, putting yourself in uncomfortable situations so as to get your brain to understand that it isn't as serious as your anxiety is telling you it is. That's interesting. Gravity's ghetto mods. I definitely miss genuine feelings. Opiates kratom. I hope I'm saying it right now. Kratom killed it mostly, but hopefully it will shoot back. That's slowing down. Hope so too, man. Steffi, thanks for giving out your address. That's dope. I try to read a lot. I haven't read a book in a couple weeks, but I'm going to Philly this weekend for that lockdown event, and I'm going to try to read a book then. I used to try to read a book on every trip because, from here to Philly, from LA to Philly, it's like 6 hours, so like 12 hours, and I could finish a book in that time. Dick James, what up, man? What's up? Vipulin. Vipulin himself. Yeah, Dan, that's some good advice. I mean, socializing's easier when you learn that people just want to talk about themselves. And when you just ask questions, honestly, that people just want to discuss their own lives, which is cool because then you learn a lot about people. It's fucking dope. A plus, but what if you don't sit in a window seat? What are you gonna look at then? I just found out my dad has been clinically diagnosed with depression for years, and I never knew because he wasn't there to tell me then. But damn, I'm happy now. At least I know. Well, congrats about the peace of mind, Dead Clutch Music NY. Steffi, I also echo that about battle rap events. Everybody is extremely nice at battle rap events, and it's like the one time people get together and can talk about something amongst people that all like the same thing. It's extremely nerdy and it's fucking amazing. Everybody wants to talk about battle rap because not many people in their day to day life have people that are as passionate about battle rap as people that actually go to events. So when you go to events, you meet all these people that are equally as passionate about you, about this culture and art form, and everybody's open to talking about it, and it's really fucking awesome, man. Like, hella suggest anybody to go to an event. It will be super fucking fun. Watching the most average battle live is amazing. Watching a classic battle live will fucking like almost change your life. It'll make you feel like even watching a good battle, sometimes you'll be like, oh my god, that was the best battle I've ever seen. Nemesis, agreed, man. Curiosity L, what do you think about phones and social media adding to anxiety and social anxiety? I know there's studies showing it has made it worse. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. I don't think social media is like the best thing in the world, and it can be really fucking toxic for you. I don't really think it adds that much to somebody's life being on social media if you don't use it correctly. But at the end of the day, social media is a tool that, if you use it correctly, can be pretty beneficial. But the thing is, a lot of people abuse it for the wrong reasons. So that's where it kind of gets tricky. And it's very easy to abuse social media. And if anything, it's very easy to become addicted to social media. The next Oakland show is Town Business in November 23rd and 24th. Oh, damn, you almost went to Blackout 2? That would have been great. Yeah, Jason, that's true. Like, the news and social media do focus a lot on bad shit. And like, yeah, it can be very toxic at times. Like, a lot of people, all they want to do is fucking focus on the bad shit in life in general, like gossip and yada yada, because bad shit sells, bad news sells. It's like a lot of people want to hear about it. So a lot of social media is all about just fucking like dragging people and like, you know, wars, arguments, disagreements. Try to be really positive on social media. John, go Seahawks. Psh, go Rams, dog. Alrighty. No problem, Daniel. Thank you, man. Who has the most electric personality? Probably Loaded Lux. He's probably the most like interesting or electric person, because he has like a genuine like enthusiasm about everything in life, and it's very, very contagious. It's awesome to be around him. Drink about 1.5 gallons of water a day. Barnsey, peace, brah. Gravity's Ghetto Mods, man. Well, every week, dude, get in here, man. No problem at all. Well, yeah, I forgot it's like Sober October coming up, too. That's dope. The cool, I mean, it is tight that people do those like Sober Octobers and shit, but sometimes I feel like people just do those and they just instantly go back and like doing their vices again extra hard in November. You know, it's like, I know a lot of people that have done that, and then it's like they drink almost harder in November than if they would have just kept drinking. So, but I mean, hats off to people for trying that shit. It's healthy. I drink filtered water. It's terrible because I buy like gallon of water a day, which is fucking horrible. Like, I waste so much plastic. I need to just buy a gallon and fill it up with tap water because I don't mind tap water. I don't give a fuck. But since I buy these, I buy like alkaline water pretty much every single day. Peace, Ryan. Good to see you in here, man. I actually prefer to go to concerts and stuff alone, especially if it's a group I really like, because I don't feel like I'm not like wondering if that person I brought is having a good time or enjoying themselves. I'm not like constantly worrying about them. I like to just go and keep to myself, kind of find a place in the back, or if there's like an upstairs, I kind of just sit back there, watch, and then like I usually leave early too. Hell yeah, motion. JD, happy birthday, man. Fuck yeah. That's dope. All right, guys and gals. So it's been an hour. Shout out to Maryland. Thank you, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said earlier, we're gonna be doing this every single week, always, no matter what, at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Goat sick. Congrats on the marriage. That's amazing. And just want to say everybody that you can always come in here, talk about anything. It's a safe space. Like, doesn't matter what it is. The floor is open. We'll be live next week, Wednesday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. DJ Dusky, appreciate you, man. And I don't think I'm going to be able to do a watch before lockdown, unfortunately. But maybe I'll do some watches there. Who knows? But after this Philly event, then we got the Bots event the weekend after, Reverse Live versus Big K. I'll probably do some watches next week. But tune in. Much love to everybody out there. Appreciate everyone. And hope you guys have a great day. I'll keep this open for a little bit longer if you guys want to talk in the chat. But peace out.